Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of The Founder, and today we're here with an interesting person who wants to provide healthy and nutritious food to Sri Lankans everywhere and also share awareness on organic produce. So without further ado, let me welcome the owner of Superfood Express, Amande Panditaratne. Hi Amande, how are you doing?
Good, thank you guys.
So shall we move on to the questions then?
Let's go.
Okay. So who is Amande Panditaratne without the title?
Good question. I would say that I'm, let's say, pretty ambitious guy, optimistic and, like a go-getter, more like. Yeah.
That's how people should be, right?
Yeah, everyone should try to, at least, yeah.
So moving on, what is Superfood and how did you come up with the idea of it?
Superfood, essentially, the word means food with high nutrition values, right? So why we started Superfood Express was simply because, we believe in what you eat is what you are, right? So back in the day, we started Superfood Express about 6 years ago, and at that time, there was not many healthy restaurants in Colombo, except for one, I would say. And we saw that there was a gap in the market, and we just dived right into it. And yeah, that's pretty much how
That's how the brand came up about.
Correct, yeah.
So how has the journey been so far?
The journey's been good overall. However, we've faced a few challenges in the last 3 years, I would say, starting from 2019, for very well-known reasons. Everyone in the F&B industry kind of, faced these challenges. So it's been tough, but like I said before, it's all about, going for it and being consistent and stuff.
You gotta keep pushing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So if I were to kind of ask you questions in depth about this whole situation, what are the challenges that you faced?
For first, like in 2019, when the unfortunate incident happened with the attacks, we had just started our new location. We were just 4 months old at that point, and we were at probably our highest, at our peak, I would say. So it was a massive hit for us at that point, going back to zero pretty much, because we took a month's break for the fears and all that stuff with the staff and also the customers. We felt responsible of our customers. So it was tough to get back at that point. However, we did manage to, get back into a decent, I would say, like we recovered pretty okay, pretty fast. And then comes 2020 with the COVID restrictions. So at that point, again, massive hit. We had to figure out ways on how to run the business overall, because we are essentially a dining concept, and then we had to look into other ways of how to bring the food to people. So we went online. We were heavily dependent on delivery partners.
So is that how the whole concept of Uber Eats came into play with your brand?
Uber Eats was already, we were with Uber Eats and Pick Me and all that. But yeah, we had to focus a bit more on that during that time.
Emphasize on that point, right? Online. So Amanda, how important is maintaining your mental health in overall life and specifically in an industry of such?
I would say it's very important. The industry that we are in can get very stressful, especially with keeping that consistency with the food and the service we do. If we do a mistake, there's quite a bit of a backlash, because as we know, we are making something which needs to basically, be 100% right. It cannot have any mistakes per se. So it is very important to have a stable mindset, as well as be strong with day-to-day problems and all that stuff. Yeah.
So if you were to meet your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give?
I would say relax, take it easy, do what you're doing, look forward. Things are going to be, challenging yet exciting, So that's pretty much it, I would say. Yeah.
So Amanda, this is a bit of quite a controversial question. Would you consider yourself as a happy soul?
Overall, yes, I am a happy and satisfied soul. However, like we spoke earlier, we've had challenges. When I started this business, I never looked into it as a business that we can expand or anything. It was just a passion project. But the journey for Superfood has been quite special for me because we started as a 15-seater eatery, a healthy brunch place, and then we moved on to we streamlined our business into more of a clean eating experience overall. We also understood many things on how to expand the business, as well as how to be more consistent with our food and service and all that. So I've learned a lot through this business. I'm still learning, and right now I'm in a place where I'm quite happy with where we are going, and I hope that things will work out the way that I've planned, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
So Amanda, where do you want to go from here, and how do you want to grow your business?
So as I mentioned to you before, we started off in a very small cafe kind of concept, as a cafe concept,
Yes.
and now we've realized if we want to expand the business, we need to be able to be in like multiple locations, not just in Sri Lanka. We've also looked into expanding it to other countries. Right now, we've just opened our second outlet at Fitness Connection.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we already have ideas to open one very soon in another location, which I will probably reveal to you guys later. So yeah, that's what our near future looks like, on opening our third location as soon as possible.
Amanda, thank you so much for joining with us here on Founder today. Do you have any final words you would like to add?
Thank you so much for having me on your show, and I hope that we can do another one soon.
Of course, yeah. So guys, that's Amanda from Superfoods Express. Make sure to show some support on Insta and our FB, social media.
Yeah, we are on Instagram at superfoodlk, as well as we just started our TikTok page as well.
Nice.
That goes as Superfood Express, so
Okay.
you guys can follow us on that.
So that was Amande Panditaratne joining us today. So this will be the end of another episode of The Founder. Do join us again with a similar episode next week. I'm Siddhika Ranasinghe signing out.